check it out. Now, I keep telling y'all, man, the chat niggas, we blessed, bro. Okay? Nobody that goes against the chat nigga shall prosper, and it only takes a matter of time. Now, listen, man, all this motherfucker had to do was not diss the Wu-Tang Clan and Akademiks, and of course not raise drug prices, but Martin Shkreli fucked himself in every which way. Now, if you guys don't know, he was recently locked up because he threatened Hillary Clinton. Okay, First Lady Hillary Clinton, or former First Lady Hillary Clinton. He was already in a whole lot of hot water for securities frauds, okay? Me and him, we had a live stream. It pulled 10,000 people on YouTube, and he basically was super arrogant in saying that he was confident that he wouldn't get sent to jail, and if he did get sent to jail, he would be sent to jail for less than like a year or 2 years, and he said he would be out of jail in a matter of days, if not months. Now, clearly, a judge was not into the fuckery that he was into and didn't give a fuck about his online antics and really tried to punish him for it because he was sentenced today for 7 years in prison, okay? He's been in jail for the last couple of months and he's only getting credit for 6 months, so he's gonna have to serve 6 years and 6 months. Now, of course, he'll probably be on some like parole shit where he could get out in 2-3 years, but still, this is a fucking L. Basically, his arrogance led to his demise, okay? Now, we all know he was guilty of doing a bunch of stuff. And when I'm talking about a bunch of stuff, I'm talking about a case, securities frauds. He basically misused people's money and then invested in some other shit to make himself rich while they were basically going broke. And he said he rectified that, but shit, the judge didn't care because it broke the law. Now, of course, publicly, they hated him too. He raised the price of drugs, and even though he tried to justify that, saying he was trying to invest in more cures, people didn't like that shit. And then, of course, we saw him thumb his nose at everybody like in hip-hop when he bought the Wu-Tang album. He shitted on the Wu-Tang. He shitted on fans. He shit on everybody who wasn't as privileged as him, okay? We also found out that he had like Lil Wayne's Carter 5. Basically, man, this guy and his arrogance, solely his arrogance, okay, is sending him away for 7 years. And I'm going to come back to my initial statements. Chat niggas, we blessed. Listen, group chat, we the winning side. Now, I can't lie to y'all, man. Had he not really create this outcry of like public distaste for him, he probably wouldn't have got 7 years. You got to keep in mind what he did. No matter how many people he robbed of money and misused their money, he was really convicted of a white-collar crime. And these white-collar criminals, even though they're stealing and pilfering millions, if not billions from people, and usually hard-working people, they themselves, when they get convicted, they do months and weeks in the prison system. They don't do decades like we see with hardened criminal if you're selling fucking crack and coke on the corner. You get sent to jail for like a decade, but somebody who steals millions and billions through financial fraud, they only get weeks and months, okay? Now, he got 7 years, which to that community of white-collar criminals is pretty extreme, and all of them are looking at him to say, nigga, you should have got low and laid low when you got caught. But yo, dumbass, you kept putting up the middle finger until the judge says, fuck you, okay? It is what it is. It's very sad. I mean, all jokes aside, I got nothing against Martin Shkreli. I actually was rooting for him because he was kind of going up against the system in some sorts, but he didn't really, like, if you're going up against the system for anybody, you got to gain the support of the people. And it may not be everybody, but you got to gain a huge majority, okay? Otherwise, people can't wait for you to fail, and as soon as you trip, they're going to want to kick you while you down, and that's what's happening here. So I hope he holds his head, but for the next 6 years, or probably at least 3 years, he ain't going to be out of jail, okay? Get a comment, you guys like them, subscribe. But by the way, the nigga was crying in court today. All that arrogant shit, that like talking like he knows it all, that was out the window. He cried. He said, yo, listen, man, I'm sorry for everything I ever done. Please don't do this, please. Okay, where was that at when you needed to court sympathy during the time that you found out you were guilty, but you were waiting your sentencing? I don't know. Get a comment, you guys like them, subscribe. It's your Akademiks.